Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Conor McGregor has some words for Justin Gaethje after Gaethje said he may quit if McGregor gets a title shot before him. Would I quit if Conor McGregor won and they gave him the title shot? Probably. That's how hurt I would be by the actions of the company I represent. But that's out of my control. I just really hope that doesn't happen. We can imagine a lot of things, but there's a possibility that's the scenario which I would be devastated for sure. McGregor then replied to Gaethje on social media, saying Gaethje already got a title shot off of one win against Michael Chandler, but he would quit and retire if McGregor got the same, and says so far, in Gaethje's 2 title shots in the UFC, he's lost both. Daniel Cormier opens up about his relationship with Jon Jones during a recent interview with Henry Cejudo. DC believes that deep down inside of Jon Jones, he possesses good qualities.
And my reaction was the same reaction as Rogan. But because of our history, it's like, oh, DC's mad. And then he says, dude couldn't even force a smile. That tells you he's ready, but he's not quite ready. So we don't need to force him. He's ready, but he's not quite ready yet.
Would you be able to make amends with him despite everything that you guys have said from each other's family? You guys have fought.
And see, that's where the difference between you and Demetrius, where we talked about each other's families. But in the darkest moments, when his mother passed, when my father passed, he sent me a message. He really did. And even in that moment, I appreciated that. For all that we've been through, I appreciated him sending me that message as I sent the message for his mother, because we understand what family is.
Yeah. I know what I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did send me a message when my father passed and when my mother passed. He did. There's good in that dude. There really is. There's good in that dude. I just ain't really had the opportunity to see it. But we'll see. We'll see what time brings. And if the time brings it, then yeah, we'll make sure that you're wrong. But hell, you better, if we start fighting with each other, you better be okay to fucking stop it. I don't think you can stop it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna need at least a couple.
But there is good in that dude.
Oh, there is.
You gotta just be able to get to it.
Paddy Pimblett has responded to various critics who have suggested he's got Dana White privilege. During a recent interview, Paddy claims that he isn't even friends with Dana, and he's treated the same as any other fighter on the roster. People try to say, oh, it's because he's Dana's boy. How am I Dana's boy? He came on my podcast. I'm not his boy. I'm just a fighter on his roster. People say he influences judges. He can't. That's got nothing to do with it. I thought I won. A lot of people in the crowd thought I won. When I've spoken to people, a lot have shared that with the commentary and stuff, people thought that Jared Gordon won. But then when they watched it back without the commentary on, they thought I won. Gilbert Burns says the only thing Conor McGregor will do at 170 is make the champion rich. During a recent interview with MMA Fighting, Burns gave his opinion on the fight between Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor.
I think it's going to be a first round fight. You don't need to be 5 rounds. It's going to be only 1 round of the fight. Conor used to be freaking good. We don't know where he at right now. You know what I mean? Like, long time he don't compete. Lost couple last fights. I don't know. Chandler, on the other hand, been having a couple wars. He's been on the wars with all these guys here in the UFC. I think it's going to be a first round fight. Whoever hits first, that's it. No, good night for the other guy. I hope Chandler wins, but Conor has a big chance too. It's a crazy fight, you know. But Chandler, on the beginning, with that power, with the explosion, with the speed, super quick in and out, I think Chandler can knock him out, you know, but we'll see.
On McGregor fighting for the welterweight title, Burns said this.
I agree. I don't think the only thing that he can do at 170 make whoever's the champion rich. I hope it's me, but if it's Leon, if it's Colby, if whoever it is, you're going to get a lot of money, but I don't think it's going to be a hard fight.
Israel Adesanya recently posted a video to his YouTube channel where he discusses his upcoming fight against Pereira. Izzy goes on to say this is likely his last shot.
When Eugene and I are on the same page, the mindset is definitely different.
I think this is the first fight it's just been you since, I think the last one would have been Gastelum. I like it too.
I like it because it puts it all on me, and it's kind of poetic in a way, like this is my, like I said, one life, roll the dice. So it's my last shot. I'm gonna give it all I got, in every sense of the word.
Colby Covington goes off on Jorge Masvidal during a recent interview. Colby calls Masvidal unprofessional for attacking him on the street last March.
You know, I wish I could comment on that, Adam. You know, that's in the hands of the legal system. That's up to the state attorneys and the lawyers to work out, you know. Yeah. But, you know, it doesn't look good for his side. Allegedly, you know, he's out there, you know, he's the one that went to social media and is claiming what he claimed. So, you know, the guy's an idiot. He's not stinking very smart anymore these days. So, you know, you got to be smart in that. You got to be a professional, man. Conduct yourself like a true professional. You're supposed to be one of the best fighters in the world, and you can't conduct yourself like we have lethal weapons for hands. You just can't go swinging them at anybody in the street because you're upset with someone's words that they said to you. This is America, land of the free, home of the brave. We have constitutional rights, freedom of speech. Right. So just because, you know, hey, Adam, I didn't like what you just said a couple seconds ago. I can't just come sucker punch you in the streets for it. No. You have your opinion, you have your thoughts, you have your freedom of speech. So, you know, he's got to be smart in that. I would never do something like that. But that's why the UFC has put me in the position I'm in, because they know the professional I am. They know the way I handle my business. I talk a big game, but I back that up when I get in the UFC octagon.
Justin Gaethje discusses a potential fight against Islam Makhachev during a recent interview. Gaethje believes that if he was to face off against Makhachev, he could finish him via TKO. Here's the clip.
What do you think a fight with Islam would look like?
Yeah, I think it's a hard fight. You know, a hard fight for anybody. Obviously, he's the champion for a reason. You know, just create damage. I would have to fight a perfect fight, similar to the fight that I just fought, similar to the fight that I fought against Tony Ferguson, where, you know, I control space, and anytime they enter my space, I create damage, and that allows me the space that I need to perform. Obviously, a lot of grappling. I'm not going to become better at submission grappling than him right now, but the cardiovascular capacity that I would have to, you know, gain to fight that fight comfortably would be, you know, the primary focus. Absolutely. I think I can knock him out. I think I can knock anybody out, obviously, with the power that I possess.
Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch give their take on Jorge Masvidal's upcoming Gamebred boxing card, where we'll see Anthony Pettis and Jose Aldo compete.
That's going to be super interesting. Paul Daly versus Anthony Taylor, Vitor versus Jacare Souza, Jose Aldo, Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, that's going to be lit.
Didn't Jose already finish him with a liver shot? Boom, in the UFC. And then main event, Anthony Pettis versus Roy Jones Jr. That kind of scares me, dude. Anthony Pettis he's obviously not a boxer, but he can throw hands against Roy Jones, who's 54.
They're letting him get on the special sauce a little bit. Some extra special sauce, and he's looking cut up. And Roy Jones, I know that. I mean,
yeah, but 54, G, come on.
I know, that's getting up there. It's getting up there. You saw Mike Tyson?
Yeah, that's true. But did you see Mike Tyson? I don't think he knew Hasbulla was like a 20-year-old, and he picked him up and was like kissing his neck because he looks like a baby. I mean, if you don't know, I think he's a 4-year-old. Like, you're so cute. Yeah. He's all kissing his neck. People are like, what? Don't you see that? That made me feel weird. I was like, oh god, so yeah. But anyway, Anthony Pettis, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones has some of the sickest highlights. We watch Roy Jones highlights before in every single fight week that I can remember. We're throwing on Roy Jones highlights, that confidence, that swagger, that cat-like reflexes, the speed, the power, the confidence has. I like watching those highlights fight week.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.